Okay. So I am uh, the thing that happened at work 2 days ago. Um, the thing I have no proof of whatsoever, but I just have to have faith um, in the company, whatever, because this is where I get my paycheck. Um, Basically, as soon as in my head, as soon as I was about to start school, all of a sudden, um, something happened with the company where a lot of money had to be spent to take care of a situation. Um, and I'm being taken off of my dispatch position and put back in a van. I don't know how long it is. I don't know how long it's going to be. I already explained to the CEO. I was like, well, I was planning on going back to school to take my degree. It was going to take 3 to 4 months, and I was going to do it while working from home. I said I need an estimate of how long I'm going to be back on the road because I had planned for this. She said she's going to give me an estimate, which I don't know if that's ever going to actually come. So it's been resolved that if when school starts, I have to take whatever I say and quit or look for another job, I look for another job. It is what it is. The voiceless technology to the military, the police, whatever they tell me, rejection after rejection after rejection. Okay, documentation after documentation after documentation. And it just is what it is. There's a lot of people having trouble finding jobs right now, but it is what it is. So I won't be home like I was for like the past 2 weeks. I think it only lasted like two weeks. Once I got the hang of it, it was just a done deal. Um, what else happened today? I think that was the biggest thing that happened today. Oh, actually, no. I had to go pick up the van, so I had to catch a lift to go pick up the van. And as I caught the lift, I already knew that there was going to be drama. So I reported from when I left the house until when I physically got dropped off at the van, and then I kept reporting. So it's one long, continuous live stream video. The police never advanced towards me. They never pulled me over. They never, I don't want to say accosted, but they never overtly harassed me. It was all covert, street theater. The fake pulling over, um, the fake pulling over. From start to finish, they were there. So, um, we traveled down Hiawassee to Silver Star to, I want to say, Giant Parkway, crossed the OBT, and kept going. I want to say down Giant Parkway, I'm not sure, until we turned onto Edgewater and I got to my destination, and then I went back across John, uh, towards back to the other side of John, or whatever. And I traveled the same way back to get to the house. And along that entire route was a parade of police, multiple stages of street theater that was recorded. The sheriff was there from start to finish. And especially when I got close back to the house, he pulled in front of me, and then he was driving extremely slow. So I had to go around him. I guess he thought that I was going to be upset and speed off. No, I'm going to drive regularly because you're not bothering me. Emotionally, physically, like, you're not bothering me. They are pedophile protectors. They don't bother me. And it just, it is what it is. From start to finish in the video, they were there. Even when I stopped at the Wawa to get gas, after I arrived, a sheriff officer arrived, but I didn't have a phone to record that part. But I should have taken it out, but I didn't. And they're just letting me, it's an intimidation tactic. They're letting me know that they're watching, they're listening, they're broadcasting, and they are constantly interrupting my life. illegally tracking and monitoring me and constantly harassing me for work. This is just an update as far as what I'm doing. Since I'm back in the vehicle, that means in order to work, I have to pay for gas. So I'm now coming out of money. I have to out of pocket for money. I have to save like $300 a week every paycheck to pay for gas. So that puts plans on hold, which is what they wanted. Um, you're still making the money, but it's like you're still making the money, but it's like you gotta be careful with how you spend because it's like you don't have the leeway of just getting your full check and you don't have any expenses. You now have to. It's like pay to work just to pay bills to work some more instead of working, paying bills, and saving like it's supposed to be. So it's like I gotta be real careful with the spending. Now I've already been through this. As soon as I started getting good at it, they took me out and they put me here. As soon as I started getting good at this, they took me out and put me back there because they couldn't control this situation. It was going to be too much prospering at one time. So now I don't know how long it's going to be until I'm back dispatching. I'm like, don't tell me I learned the whole system in like 2 days and been doing a great job. And now I'm back in the field, but I'm going to take it as she needs help recuperating money, so I'm going to help her recuperate money. And I'm just going to take it right there because if you think about it like anything else, you get into this endless cycle of are they just playing with my life and using me, trying to prevent me from my goals? And that's what they want. They want to drive you crazy. They want to keep you in a circle of psychosis, paranoid schizophrenia. They want to keep you like that, and I just refuse. Um, with that being said, I don't think anything else occurred today that needs to be spoken about outside of I made my video about how I protect myself from teeth decay, take care of my teeth, and kill the bacteria in my mouth to keep it from eating the minerals in my teeth. Other than that, I'm about to go to sleep. They've been trying to sleep it probably, especially since I'm going back in the van. Like earlier, I went to sleep. I slept for probably 2 hours. They woke me up with the cicada noises. When those microwave frequencies hit your head, it expands your brain and it causes your brain to hurt. It's enough to wake anybody out of their sleep because I just got a random headache and I sleep for no reason. Um, but normally I try to sleep through it. Uh, as far as my weight, this is where I am right now. I haven't weighed myself. I didn't get to exercise tonight. I didn't get to do anything tonight. Um, I like to monitor myself and my health on a daily basis. Um, and I think that's it. So I'm in the video with, I am still a targeted individual. I'm still getting hit with directed energy weapons. I am still being tortured 24/7 on a daily basis. I am still receiving whistleblower technology, nanocommunication. I am still getting illegally tracked and monitored by the police and multiple triple letter organizations, federal organizations. I am, well, I want to say I'm being sex trafficked, or they want me to be sex trafficked, but I'm not engaging in any sex. It's been a very long time. And I just refuse to interact with any other individual or person until this entire situation is settled, which it will probably never be settled, which means that I am basically asexual. Um, I don't, I'm being medically trafficked with the nanotechnology. I think they call it stem dust. I was just watching a video on it, so stem dust. Um, and they've hijacked my nervous system. They can utilize this nanotechnology. They can utilize this technology to manipulate the nervous system and do illegal internal surgeries to make you sick, to make you feel just horrible, um, to torture you covertly. They can twist muscles, they can twist nerves, they can cut off blood flow, twist blood vessels, directly affect all your organs and your lymphatic system, all your systems, your endocrine system, everything. Um, and that's it. That's it. I'll send out all my claims.